Hey everyone, ready to dive into some super powerful habits for building wealth?
I'm really excited about this deep dive.
Me too. These habits, they're not about winning the lottery or getting rich quick.
Right. It's about a way of thinking, like
Yeah,
how to attract financial success.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
building a solid foundation. Like for a skyscraper, you can't just, throw it up there.
Definitely not. It's got to last.
Okay, so habit number 1, investing in yourself.
Okay.
I know it sounds cliche, but
But it's so true. Every successful person I know, no matter what they do,
they make time for growth.
it's like their top priority.
And it makes sense when you think about it. When you invest in yourself, like your education or skills, even your health.
You're basically saying, I'm valuable. You're increasing your potential to earn more,
It's like you're upgrading your operating system
Yeah,
so you can run the latest software.
I love that analogy.
You wouldn't expect to run, the latest design program on some old clunky computer. So why expect amazing financial results if you haven't invested in yourself?
Right. So think about this. What's one area you could invest in right now?
Yeah, what would really level up your game?
Maybe it's taking that online course you've been thinking about. Or like finally hiring a coach.
Or even just reading a book a month. It all adds up.
Okay, so we've got investing in ourselves. Habit number 2 is goal setting. And I don't just mean like having goals in your head. I'm talking about writing them down
Every day.
every single day.
I know. You've probably heard that a million times.
But there's a reason. It actually programs your subconscious mind for success.
Yeah, it's like you're sending a message to your brain, this is what I want, and then your brain starts working on it even when you don't realize it.
So grab a notebook or, open a doc on your phone, whatever works for you, and just start writing. Don't overthink it, just let it all out. What does financial abundance look and feel like to you?
Be specific. Don't just write like, I want to be rich. Like, what does that actually mean? Exactly. Paint a picture. What are you doing? Where are you living? How do you feel?
The more detail, the better.
All right, so we're investing in ourselves. We're setting goals. Now let's add a little bit of magic. Habit number 3, visualization.
Ooh, I love this one.
This is where we use the power of our imagination.
To basically create our financial reality.
Yeah. Let's make a mental movie. Imagine yourself living that abundant life. Engage all your senses.
Like, what do you see around you? What are you wearing? Who are you with?
What do you hear?
Are there birds singing? Is there music playing? Are you laughing with friends?
Exactly. The more vivid, the better.
And don't just visualize the end goal. Visualize the steps to get there.
Yes. So visualize yourself negotiating that raise
Yeah.
or launching your dream business.
Whatever it is that you're working towards.
Okay, so we've got these first 3 habits building this incredible momentum. Now let's talk about your environment, the people you surround yourself with.
Yes. Habit number 4.
Surround yourself with successful people. You know that saying, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
It's so true. Think about it. The people you're around, they influence your thinking, your beliefs, even your actions.
And when you're around successful people, their success rubs off on you. It's kind of contagious.
It is. And the great thing is nowadays you can curate your circle of influence, even online.
Yeah. It's not just the people you physically hang out with, it's also the voices you let into your head through podcasts, books, online communities.
It's like having a dream team of support and inspiration right there in your pocket.
So true. And speaking of learning from others, that brings us to habit number 5. Read regularly.
The power of reading. I could talk about this all day.
I know, right? And I'm not talking about scrolling through social media. I mean real deep reading.
Books, articles, research, anything that expands your knowledge and makes you think differently.
It's like a superpower. You can absorb the wisdom and experiences of others, often condensed into a few hundred pages.
It can save you years of trial and error.
It's like having a mentor in your pocket.
Totally. And it's not just about the specific knowledge you gain, it's how reading sharpens your mind.
It improves your focus.
And it helps you think critically.
Okay, now for a habit, that might sound a little counterintuitive, but it's essential for building lasting wealth. Habit number 6, live below your means.
This one's important.
It's not about depriving yourself. It's about being intentional with your spending.
Exactly. It's aligning your spending with your long-term goals.
Right. Choosing financial freedom, over like instant gratification.
It's about breaking free from that trap of consumerism and creating a life that's truly fulfilling, not just filled with stuff.
So think about it. What are some areas where you could adjust your spending without, sacrificing your happiness?
Maybe it's cooking at home more instead of eating out all the time.
Or finding free ways to have fun.
Or just being more mindful of those impulse purchases.
It's amazing how much money we can just waste without even realizing it.
Totally. And by being more aware, you can free up a lot of resources to invest in your future.
Okay, and that brings us to our final, but definitely not least, habit for building wealth. Habit number 7. Invest in assets, not liabilities. This one's all about understanding the difference between things that put money in your pocket and things that take money out.
This is huge.
Assets are like little money-making machines, right? They work for you even while you sleep. Liabilities, on the other hand,
You're like little money-sucking vampires.
constantly draining your resources.
And keeping you stuck financially. So think about this. What are some examples of assets? You've got the obvious ones like real estate.
Yeah, stocks, bonds,
Businesses.
even things like your skills and expertise, right? If you can use them to make money.
Exactly. And liabilities. Well, those are like cars.
Oh, credit card debt.
That fancy new gadget that'll be outdated next year.
It's all about making choices about where you put your money,
Yeah.
instead of getting those liabilities that just drain you.
Focus on building assets that will grow over time.
It's like planting a garden. You know what I mean? You wouldn't spend all your time on the weeds.
No, you'd focus on the plants that'll actually give you fruit, right? The ones that'll keep your garden growing.
And the best part about investing in assets, you don't need to be rich to start,
You can start small, even with just a few dollars a week,
and gradually build up your portfolio.
over time.
That's what's so amazing about it. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about making smart choices.
Choices that are aligned with your goals.
So even if you're just starting out, think about where you can put even a small amount of money towards building assets
Maybe it's investing in a low-cost index fund,
or contributing to a retirement account.
or maybe you learn a new skill that you can use to freelance.
Every little step you take towards building assets, it gets you closer to financial freedom,
And remember, building wealth, it's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be challenges.
There will be ups and downs.
But with these habits, you've got a solid foundation. You can weather any storm, I think.
Yeah, it's like having a compass and a map when you're out in the wilderness,
You might run into some obstacles along the way.
but you'll always find your way back on track.
And just like a journey through the wilderness, building financial abundance, it's so rewarding. It's about, facing challenges.
And reaching a destination that feels really good.
Like, it's fulfilling.
It's liberating.
It's about having the freedom to do what you want and make a difference in the world. Live on your own terms.
It's about experiencing true wealth.
Not just money,
Yeah, time,
Yeah,
freedom,
repack.
fulfillment. And that's something worth working towards, right?
Definitely. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the 7 habits, let's think about you for a minute.
What really resonated with you today?
It's fascinating how these habits all kind of work together. Like, investing in yourself makes it easier to set and achieve goals.
And goal setting makes your visualization more powerful.
Being around successful people helps you stick to those good habits.
And reading helps you make better decisions.
Living below your means gives you more money to invest.
And investing builds that foundation for long-term wealth.
It's like they all fit together,
Yeah, like a puzzle. And the best part, you don't have to wait to get started.
You can start right now.
Today, even with just one small action.
Like, what if you spent just 15 minutes today reading something about finances?
Or maybe you find one expense to cut back on this week.
Or maybe you write down your financial goals every morning.
The point is to just start somewhere, no matter how small.
And build from there.
Yeah, small, consistent actions, they can really make a difference over time.
Remember, slow and steady wins the race, right?
Like it's a journey of 1,000 miles. but
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere.
And those small actions, they really add up over time.
So as we wrap up, let's think about what you can actually do, What's one thing, one action you can take today to start building these habits?
Don't underestimate those small actions, though, Consistency is key. Like, imagine reading just 15 minutes a day.
For a whole year.
Or cutting back on one little expense every week.
It all adds up.
Small changes can lead to big results.
It's the tortoise and the hare,
Slow and steady. And remember, financial abundance, It's not just a goal, it's a lifestyle, I think.
It's how you think, how you make choices.
It's about designing a life you love.
A life with freedom and purpose.
And remember, you don't have to do it alone. There are so many resources out there, communities, even mentors.
So keep learning, keep growing.
And most importantly, take action.
We believe in you, and we can't wait to hear about all the amazing things you achieve on your journey to financial abundance.